Ripping and roasting, yeah, that's what we do. Set 'em up, knock 'em down, make that cherry glow. Whiskey and cigars, the gentleman's cologne.
Cheers, y'all.
Well.
That sounds like a party just about to happen, ladies and gentlemen.
It's kind of an RFK Jr. well there today. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this fine radio program, podcast, and video extravaganza known internationally as the world-famous Smokin' and Toastin'. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. This is show number 456. But before we get started, one specific thing that I have to share that our lawyers have asked us to say on the show is do not listen to Smokin' and Toastin' if you are allergic to Smokin' and Toastin'.
Ooh, yeah.
Well,
That's important.
Yeah. I don't know if you've noticed, but all of those ads for pharmaceuticals on TV, they all seem to have to say, do not take Noprexium if you're allergic to Noprexium.
You know, I heard one that was different the other day, and it said, do not take it if you're allergic to the ingredients in it.
Oh, well, there you go.
That's well done, yes.
So there you go.
I also like
shifting
I
that
also like,
blame a little bit.
Wasn't there a social
Not us.
anxiety? There was a social anxiety pill that was like when you listen to the after or the side effects, it may cause loss of bowel control.
Yeah.
Xanax?
It's like remember those chips that they came out with that had
Oleo.
Olestra or something?
yes.
Yeah.
Oleo.
It's like, yeah, I'd like lower calories in my tortilla chips, but not if they cause explosive diarrhea. You know? Had to say that on the pack. When you have the word diarrhea on your food package, something has gone terribly wrong. I'm just saying. Unless it's Pepto-Bismol or something.
Right.
For diarrhea.
Yeah, for fighting that. Yeah, well. So that's what we came to talk about. Have a good week, everybody, and we'll see you
See you later.
on show number 457 next week. We're doing another show today where we're celebrating home brewing and specifically NovembeerFest, which I've got to say I already like way better than Rocktober and January. So NovembeerFest works a lot better for me, I must say.
So portmanteau.
What do we do in January?
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't want to rock out just during Halloween month. I want to rock out all the time. So no Rocktoberfest for me. So welcome to the show, Danny and Michael from CCSD. Hi, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Nice to have you back. Should we just call you Hawkeye?
That's what it says.
All right.
It's me.
Yeah,
I'll respond to
Hawkeye is it Schwinn?
Hawkeye Schwinn, yeah.
Hawkeye Schwinn. I like that's a good name. That's a good name. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. We are so excited to have you here. We have home brews to taste today.
So many.
And talk about, and that's always exciting. And we'll get into a little rum as well. Some Ron Immortal 12-year Colombian rum.
Saw that.
That's
Another
spinning
guy
on
named
the
Ron.
spinning on the
bottle
twirly
is
gig.
austere.
Yeah. Well, Ron apparently means rum, so this is like Immortal rum, basically.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
that's a strong claim. We'll see if it.
Wow.
I just thought
lives
there were a
up
lot
to
of guys named Ron that made rum.
Yeah, well, apparently it's you're not allowed to make rum unless you're named Ron. So we'll get into some of our normal features here on the program, including our most popular segment on Smokin' and Toastin', which if this is the most popular, it just shows you how low the bar has been set, right? But drinking news comes up in our second hour. Now, drinking news teaser headline for today. Sharing your hooch with Johnny Law. Okay. And we'll also be bringing you the drunken fact here in just moments. This is a fact that's good to, pass along at a party where everyone's been imbibing and you want to suddenly sound like the smartest person in the room with a piece of trivial information that no one will care about, but everyone will go, ooh, he drinks and he knows stuff. So our drunken fact teaser headline for today. Is this something that makes sense? It's not.
So it was written by my dad?
Yeah, apparently.
Not.
The dad jokes are rolling. There are plenty here. We'll tell you about some cigars to watch for. Some really bad news for cigar fans in today's show, and it's just, I mean, it's worth the wringing of hands. And so we'll do.
Just out of curiosity, is it incredibly stupid too?
Does it cause autism?
It is, and it's from the government. So you should know.
That was the first clue.
But if we're gonna be wringing hands, I need to get that right. So I thought this was wringing hands, but apparently that's more like washing hands. We learned that back during the pandemic.
That's
right?
dry washing.
Yeah. So what is wringing hands?
I thought that was kind of wringing hands. I don't.
Is it like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah, kind of like.
kind of like jazz hands? I don't know.
Jazz
Should it be
hands are
more
different.
painful? I don't know.
It probably should. But we'll get into that as well. And Sam Adams has released what may be the strongest beer ever. And so we'll tell you-
really?
We'll tell you about that
boy.
coming up.
Ian says he'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, he's already blowing up the inner tube, getting ready to float down the
I will
river.
float down the river and drink that beer.
So we have a lot to look forward to, including how many homebrews do you guys bring along today? I saw little
7.
packs of 7. Okay.
7 different varieties.
Yes.
It's gonna be interesting.
Just in case they're all awful, I brought a big pumpkin stout too. Just in case we need it, we can always save it for next week. But
Nice.
yeah, but
You'll be saving it.
It's okay. Good, excited about that. So welcome back to the show. You guys are obviously a part of CCSD, which stands for
Connoisseurs Club of Smoking and Drinking.
which I've still not been invited to. Apparently I do both smoke and drink, so apparently I'm just not a connoisseur. Is the part that's that's being left out there?
Not with that attitude.
Apparently, exactly.
Sure you are.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. So, also real quick, just wanted to say hi to Doug Messinger from Vinyl Draft. Had a chance to go down to Kemah this weekend. Took my wife.
How was
we
that?
had a wonderful steak in the steakhouse downstairs.
Nice.
Then went up and sat in the cigar lounge and smoked with Doug and told like rock and roll stories. It was a lot of
love it.
fun. It was a lot of fun.
You guys are from two sides of the same industry. It's very interesting to watch you guys get together.
He was in the record business and I was in the radio business, which
Right.
makes both of us complete dorks. But get
No,
us
seriously,
together.
this is true.
Get us together and we'll tell some pretty dorky stories. It's pretty funny. I will say, and this is why my wife is so awesome. I remember I said to her before we took off, I said, honey, how would you feel about driving today? Because I knew what was going to happen. Going to get up in the cigar lounge and Doug was going to start breaking out some bottles.
The good whiskeys.
And indeed he did.
Yes.
So anyway, thanks to Doug, and he's a friend of the show. Almost was a competitor to the show, but wound up being a friend of the show. So
I'll be reaching out to him soon. I want to get a show together and get back there.
yeah, always fun to hang out with him. The stories are well worth it. So, all right, Terry, if you would do the honors and bring us up here, it's time for the beverage of mystery.
All
This
right.
is where we have a beverage that one of us brings in. The only one who knows what it is, the beverage of mystery, is the person what brung it, and I would be that person today. So everybody's kind of sniffing the BOM, getting some
It
nose.
smells like lime and pencil shavings.
Oh yes, it smells exactly like that. It's like someone just shaved a pencil, like just
That
sharpened
is
your pencil
so specific.
next to
of
your
you.
Sprite at
Look,
school.
I just have to say, your palate has really evolved since we've started doing
Hard
this
Sprite.
show. Yeah,
Hard
yeah.
Sprite.
Hard Sprite. Let's see what we got here.
Lime
Case.
and pencil shavings.
Yeah.
Maybe some tequila.
Maybe a number 2.
Maybe a little bit.
All right. You've taken
no.
a drink. What do you think?
No, it tastes like lime and pencil shavings.
This is almost
So it
as,
tastes just like it smells.
Yes.
this is almost as bad as that 2B60 I got you that one time.
Oh no. That will give you a reaction. This one is just not good.
Yeah. Do you like it at all?
It's all right. It's refreshing.
Yeah, Terry.
I mean, it's not great. I'm trying to tell if it's alcoholic or if we're going a THC route here.
I'm trying to figure out why, while there's no sweetness to this at all, why does it have a crappy, like artificial sweetener aftertaste.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a White Claw or something.
Well, I always like to ask Terry on the beverage of mystery
Aspartame.
because he's the one of us that's most inclined to like
kindest.
things.
Yeah, I'm
he's
the
the
kindest to
kindest
it.
to the beverages oh mystery. Some of them have been good, but I think we're all going to kind of give this one a thumbs
And there
down.
might be a little bit of perfume in there.
There is just it's something a little off. It's yeah, you're right. There is a
It's like
the definite pencil shaving something, but
What is it? What is that Johnny Depp advertises? Sauvage or what? I don't know if that's the right one or not. See, that just goes
one.
that goes to show you how
Is he
effective
still
the
a thing?
advertising is.
Yeah,
You know, they
yeah.
paid Johnny Depp
to
probably
sit there
$1
and play a
million
guitar
bucks.
in the desert.
Yeah, to play a guitar in the desert and say the name of the, and I can't even get the name
you
right.
get the name right.
Much less
Yeah.
know
It
which.
probably took days to shoot that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, and how much money he made off of that? He
you
made
know.
just millions off of that.
Toothpaste.
Yeah,
Tastes like toothpaste.
I was thinking about a couple of TV ads I've seen that have people. The one with the guy that played Putty in Seinfeld.
Yes.
And you got to figure for Barefoot Wines, got to figure he's made 30 times more money from the Barefoot Wines commercials than he ever made for like guesting on Seinfeld.
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah,
As
yeah.
Putty.
For being
You
on,
know?
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
but
yes.
but he has a great voice, so it's.
Yes.
I always enjoy
Joe
those
Swanson.
Barefoot Wines.
I look at this with absolute disdain.
Well.
It almost makes you want to punch somebody.
Well, that's
well,
the thing
Ian's
is.
to your left there. So
Just punch Ian. He didn't say who to punch. Just
I'm
punch
good for
somebody.
that.
Ian, do you have any questions for me?
I do. Is that a beverage of mystery in your pocket, or are you just happy to be here?
This time I have not crumpled the can, which says
Wow.
something about maybe I have looser shorts on. This is from Canteen Spirits. It's their lime vodka soda. And I'll pass that over to you because you're better
Is
at
the
reading
green
small.
supposed to be the grass? Is that what we're tasting in there? That's the.
I think it's supposed to be the
vodka
lime.
with natural flavors added, so that's where you get the pencil shavings.
Yeah.
Natural pencil
are
shavings?
natural.
Are pencil shavings thought of as natural flavors?
I think so.
I mean, by this point in time, there's.
I think so.
Comes from a tree. It's natural.
Yeah.
I
It's a little bit of lead.
I just want to be specific. I think earlier I
Can I-
said number 2 pencil. I want to change that to those short free pencils that you get when you go to miniature golf.
Yeah.
That's the pencil shaving that I'm getting.
That's
in.
right.
It's not these nice. What are these? This
Office pencils. Test taking pencils.
Ticonderoga pencils.
Ticonderoga,
Oh.
Those
the
are like the-
boss of pencils.
Yes.
Somewhere there's a large building with that name on it, and people, make pencils
Work there and
even
make
though we've never
pencils.
heard of that at all.
That should be the setting for the new version of The Office. Is a pencil making.
Well,
it was paper last
it's
time.
paper
right?
is what
Yeah.
it is now. Well, no, but they're doing another one called The Paper, which is they're
well,
out of paper.
I guess that can't be pencil shaving.
Yeah,
then,
that's
but
the spinoff because it has Oscar in it, so it's definitely the spinoff.
It would be.
I
Worth
like that. Also,
talking about.
these nice expensive pencils are sitting on the napkin.
The napkin where Ian wrote to me several shows ago. We already did that news that you're.
Those last 2 stories are from last week.
I keep that around as a reminder.
There's nothing exciting about this can except for it. So it comes in at 99 calories if you're watching your.
Okay.
If you watch it says 0 sugars and 99 calories. So
Okay.
I'm not sure how that maths.
Yeah. Where the calories come from?
Vodka with natural flavors added. It's too bad that they didn't add good flavors.
Is it actual vodka or is it what,
It says vodka.
But remember, there's some pretty crappy vodkas out there. I mean, just because it has vodka
Hey, listen,
doesn't mean
0
it's gonna be
sugar,
good.
0 carbs, 0 sodium, only 99 calories, and at least it doesn't taste good.
Yeah. Well,
I think I know someone that bought some Taka vodka for about $7 for a 750 ml the other day. So,
Yeah, so,
that was
yeah.
expect.
and how many did you buy?
Oh, no.
We got to take a break, and we will return shortly. It's Smoking and Toast, and let's talk about including some interesting cigar stuff that I teased a little bit earlier, and we're going to get into some beer tasting coming up. It's Smoking and Toasting. Okay, my expectations for this beer he just opened have been significantly lowered because there was no of any kind.
No, it kind of just went snick.
Yeah, if even. if even. So, Ian, maybe hand him some of those
Oh,
cups.
he probably is going to need those. Huh?
So he can pour us some of this first beer. Welcome back to the show. It is Smoking and Toasting. We're all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. And today about some home-brewed beer. And so we had you guys on when we did our first sort of home-brewing show. And you guys gave us some insight into what, the process is like and how long it takes and how you aren't allowed to have any other hobbies once you start this because it will take over your life and all of the
There's
all
a lot
of
of
the
sanitizing
things all of the things about home brewing that are so important. But what you guys showed us in the last show, or showed me at least, is that you can actually make some homebrewed beers that are pretty good. And to be honest, most of the ones that I'd tasted from homebrewing friends up until you guys came in were just not that good. They were just,
I mean, just a couple things
Skunky,
about home brewing. So the hobby itself, I mean, even though it may take up a lot of time, it also takes up a ton of space.
right. So you have
can.
to have a garage.
It's
that
a
you-
lot of equipment.
No, not necessarily. Actually, so you asked last time, about how much it would cost, and I was a stump about it, but you can get started with as little as a big pot and a bucket and some sanitizer and call it 150 out the door, and
Really?
that's enough to get you going. Or you could
Or you go down the rabbit hole like I did.
Yeah.
If you consider, though, I'm going to be absolutely realistic this time, though. If you go into this hobby with $1,000, which is cheaper than a lot
You'll
of
have
hobbies,
super nice stuff.
You can't even think golf for much less than double that, right?
Right, sure. Clubs, you got all of that.
Right. Just the amount of balls you lose,
Right,
right?
yeah.
But for $1,000, you can get a really nice setup.
And I think those balls are made in Canada, so now they're significantly more expensive than
But
they
they're
used
very
to be.
friendly.
Yeah, but they're
eh?
very friendly. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I like the whole idea of home brewing, except for the part about cleaning all the stuff, which
A lot
is
of
apparently
sanitizing.
there's a
Tedious.
whole lot of that. But I particularly like it when you come up with something that has some good taste. And what is this one that we're tasting? What kind of beer is it?
This is my piss water. It's a Lone Star clone.
And by the way, just in case anybody thinks, oh, you can't say that on the radio, I just point you back to the Walton's Christmas special from 30 years ago, where they use the word pissant. So if they can say pissant, we can say piss water, right?
There you go.
But basically, what you're describing is a sort of a Lone Star, like a
Super
very straightforward kind
Light
of
lager, session. Yeah, it's I think it's a good 3.5%, maybe nothing crazy. Yeah, a lot of these guys will make these super heavy, stouts and IPAs and stuff, and I like to present the
I
option.
could very, very distinctly tell that this is not one of the mass-produced beers because it has a very nice flavor.
Yeah.
It's
There's
a
a
very
little-
full
Thanks,
flavor.
man.
There's a little round maltiness that just sneaks in there. It's just a tiny bit of sweetness that you would never get.
And it's kind of full flavored, though.
It
you know,
also
for a-
finishes super crispy and clean
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
in the most beautiful way. Good job, man.
Cheers,
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah, a
very
little-
good.
Cheers.
Very good.
almost like
Easy
an
to
apple
drink.
crispness on
Yes.
the end. So, yeah,
It's
absolutely,
like you've
absolutely
done this
dig it.
before.
A few times, actually.
And was this
Getting it
your
dialed.
was this your first pass at this style of beer, or have you done others before?
I've done a lot. Like I said, this one I've been working on probably I've made this every year for the past few years. And
Oh, cool.
Got equipment that I could do this style with, and yeah, it.
So, is this style easier or harder to make than some of your other beers?
So because it's lighter, it's really easy. If there's any mistakes or I get my recipe wrong, you can tell if it's messed up.
So if
because
I'm-
there's not a whole lot.
Yeah,
to
it's
it.
not as forgiving, certainly. In the,
if I'm starting from scratch as a home brewer, is there a book you would recommend, or should I watch
The internet.
YouTube videos, or because that's how to learn? How-to books are a thing of the past.
No,
now.
yeah.
Now you just go to YouTube
Yeah.
and watch a how-to.
That's right.
video.
There's so much on YouTube, and then you have here in Houston, we have 2 brew supply houses that they will show, teach, share knowledge. So you have City Brew Hub down off Ellington
Webster.
Field Road, down near Webster, and then Farm Boy Brew Shop, who is about to upgrade their game.
Wow.
Off of North Shepherd and 610. So a wealth of information. So you could do videos, or you could talk to these people and they can show you how.
And how many batches should I expect to make before I make something that I like?
I came off my first batch and made something that I liked.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's remarkable because, again, there's so many variables. There's so much that you don't know when you're first starting. So to be able to produce something, even drinkable in the first couple of passes seems like a big deal to me,
It wasn't until I actually got several batches in did I have the goof up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and had to pour it down the drain.
Yeah.
So.
That was when he made that Dos Equis Mexican pepper lager.
Yeah, probably.
He accidentally made a macro brew.
Worst beer ever. All right, we have to take
Made
a break.
Heineken Light.
And we will return. We'll find out what Ian had to smoke this week and how it affected him, and we'll do a little more beer sampling. It's Smoking and Toasting. Welcome back to Smoking and Toasting. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars, and it's time for the Drunken Fact.
And now it's time for another Smoking and Toasting Drunken Fact.
Masterful.
I know that fanfare is the only reason you guys wanted to be on the show again.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's how we do it here at Smoking and Toasting. It's how we get it's how we get return guests.
Yes, that's right. Yes, it's the fanfare.
Very
Your
exciting.
Drunken Fact, which is good for sharing if you're at a party or some kind of an event and everyone's a little, shall we say, happy, and you want to come across as someone who knows things. You can baffle people with your knowledge. That
People might ask me things.
That's right. And you'll pass these things along as the facts that they are, and people will be wowed by your knowledge.
I'm there.
You're dispensing knowledge. You're dropping it, as it were, at the party. So
The house smells like rich mahogany.
so here's your drunken fact for today. The official amphibian of the state of Pennsylvania.
Wait, I didn't know states
landlocked
had
state?
official amphibians.
Apparently, Pennsylvania has one. This is a true fact. The official amphibian of the state of Pennsylvania is the snot otter.
The snot.
In 2019, Pennsylvania passed a law naming the eastern hellbender salamander, which also goes by the name Cryptobranchus alleganiensis, devil dog, Allegheny alligator, lasagna lizard, and snot otter.
See, that snot
Sounds
otter,
delicious.
The snot otter
As
was
the
on
state's-
your
Too.
brother.
Lizard
The
seems a
state's
little
official
insensitive.
amphibian. Yeah. And that is actually great news for the 2-foot-long creature that's facing a loss of habitat and reduced population. Hopefully this honor means that the snot otters numbers can soon increase
Yes.
because we need more snot.
Snot otters.
Yeah. You may think that's an otter, but it's not. So there you go.
That's utterly
Hold on,
ridiculous.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah. And neither was Terry. So
We need. I'm just thinking snot otter. I need to know what this looks like.
So let's do this right for
right,
drama.
here we go.
I say snot otter, you play the fanfare one more time. Ready? Pennsylvania's official amphibian of the state is the snot otter. Gives it some gravitas.
It really does. It really
it's
does.
triumph.
It really helps.
Yes.
I think, it makes that.
It really encompasses the struggle of humanity.
In fact, if you
Yeah.
are telling this story at a party, I would encourage you, after you say it, just sing. Dun, 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 dun,
You know
dun.
what? If you email us, we can just email you a copy of the fanfare, so you
That's
can
right.
put it on your phone. So
That's
every
right.
time you say one of these things, you
Then
can
you
just
hit
play
your
it.
phone.
That's
Oh,
right.
That would make
Yeah.
you the most obnoxious party guest ever.
But act like you didn't play it. Like, what was that?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it
Where
did
did
it on
that
its
come
own.
from?
Yeah.
Wow. It was instant.
This music just follows me around everywhere.
Ian, you have an opportunity while they're doing some bottle popping here. Did you have an opportunity? Oh, there
There
you
it
go. That's what we
goes.
were looking
That's
for.
better.
Did you have an opportunity to smoke anything interesting this
I
week?
did. I dug around my humidor. I just got a wheel of cigars in the mail. The Penn Standard Broadleaf Corona.
Oh,
Now, these Penn Standards-
broadleaf. Yeah.
I get on Cigar Page. It's the only place I've ever seen them, as far as I know. They're
It's
made-
from Raymond Pages in Nicaragua.
Is that what you
Yeah.
know more about it than I do?
Except that Pennsylvania uses a Pennsylvania broadleaf wrapper. So
Yes, so this is Pennsylvania broadleaf Maduro wrapper, Nicaraguan Habano binder, and filler from Nicaragua and Honduras. The appearance on this espresso brown wrapper, super oily with some veins, single blue band, very firm overall. Pre-light sniff, bold earth, barnyard leather, and chocolate. All things that I was expecting at this point. The pre-light draw, I used a V cut, had a medium draw, chocolate and coffee with earth, barnyard, and leather, so nothing new going on there yet. The initial light, the draw opened up to a light medium almost immediately once the fire hit the end of it. Nicaraguan pepper blast with style.
Really?
It had a bit of a Nicaraguan pepper blast, but it also had some sweet, creamy coffee, rich earth, accompanying the NPB, creating a spicy and satisfying first impression. The retrohale is sweet and spicy with some woody notes. The first third of the cigar comes in woody and chocolate with a spicy pepper backbone, brownie batter, and bullion wrestle for attention amidst the massive plumes of dense smoke. Touch of cayenne in the back of the palate lingers around. Underlying chocolate sweetness, kind of like mole, is happening with this thing because there's a little bit of savory with that chocolate.
Yeah, that meatiness, right?
It's really interesting. Retrohale's peppery and sweet with a woody note. Solid ash, good burn. Proposed pairing, nothing delicate. Sweet bourbon, malty beer, something like that. I ended up with the Elijah Craig Ryder Cup that we had on here the other day.
It's good.
And to have beside it, because that wasn't enough, I had an 11 Below Oktoberfest right next to it.
There you go.
So quite delicious. Simultaneously meaty and sweet, chocolate and brownie versus beef bouillon and savory notes on a bed of wood. A touch of leather on the lips and a kiss of cayenne lingering in the aftertaste. Retrohale is sweet and spicy with a woody note, kind of like a barbecue smoker. Solid ash, perfect burn. Last third of the cigar comes in more wood, more bouillon, more chocolate. Retrohale is sweet and spicy with massive wood notes, solid ash, good burn. Price to quality, here it is. This cigar I paid $2.33 for.
Wow.
It's a Corona size, so it's
I'll
not a
take
big
two.
It's
cigar.
not a big cigar. No. It's 5.5 by 50, I think. 5.5 by 52. But I give it a solid 7. I mean, at $2.33, I've found my new humidor stuffer. I've found my new lawnmower, and I can sit down and actually enjoy it. It's not just
Right,
something.
it's not just something that'll get you by.
And it's $2.33. If I got to put it out after 15 minutes, okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I
How
absolutely
long
loved
did it last?
for all those reasons. Oh, it lasted for about 35 to 40 minutes.
Oh, wow. All right.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
good-
not bad.
good
then.
little
So
dog.
Not a real fast smoker, but also not a super slow smoker.
Yeah.
So
I mean, for that size and that cost, I mean, 35 to 45 minutes is
And
good.
you said the
I got a
construction.
wheel of them, a wheel of 30 for $70. They have
Wow.
a sale on there once. in a
So
while.
you said the construction was really good, which I think is a big deal when it is a Pennsylvania leaf wrapper, the broadleaf wrapper, because those wrapper leaves just tend to cause burn problems. They're really delicious, but they don't always burn quite as evenly. So anytime you get a cigar with really good construction using that as a wrapper, I'm always impressed.
Well, I never touched this one up. It had a good burn. Good burn just means it's not razor sharp all the way around. It had a perfect burn for the second, third, and then a good burn for the last part of it. So I never had to touch it up. It was really nice.
Before we get to our next beer, wanted to share something. You know, we try not to go political on this show because we're just about enjoying these things that we enjoy. But I think I may have found an issue that will unite those on the left and those on the right if you are a cigar smoker. Because cigar smokers come in all shapes and sizes and political, bents and everything. But I think everyone who likes cigars will agree on this. We are against the current administration's threat to put a 100% tariff on Nicaragua.
Madness.
That would mean that your Nicaraguan cigars would in effect double in price.
Madness.
So you're getting maybe you have a favorite $9-10 Nicaraguan cigar that's like a go-to. Guess what? That's an $18 to $20 Nicaraguan cigar if this
What'd they do?
tariff goes into place. I don't know. They probably aired some video he didn't like or something. But I
Their
don't
late
quite
night
understand
talk show
it.
host made a
Just
joke.
existing.
But Padron, Oliva, Drew Estate, AJ Fernandez, Perdomo, those are all Nicaraguan-based companies that export from Nicaragua to the United States. And there are others. That's just some of the bigger ones. So this is it's a terrible way to force us to go back to Dominican-only cigars, is the way I look at it. And, some Dominican cigars are great, but Nicaragua, the Nicaraguan tobacco, to me, is just, that's the ultimate. So, I don't know. I like it better than most Cubans at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, something to keep an eye out for. It hasn't happened yet, but it's been threatened. So we'll see if it's just saber rattling or if it's really
It'll be a
thing.
taco.
Yeah, hopefully. We can hope that it's a taco. So let's try some more beer here. Speaking of tacos make me think of eating tacos and drinking beer, and so we've got another home brew. This one is
This
what?
tastes exactly like
This
the last
is a
one, the way it
Belgian
is the last
blonde.
Oh, and a different on the nose. Obviously, I'm getting some of that big sort of wheat,
wow.
one.
almost
There's a little bit of a funk to it.
Grassiness.
almost a Hefeweizen or a
A little banana-y.
table beer sort of
yeah.
vibe to
So
it.
it's about 6%. There is no wheat in this.
Wow.
There's a slight.
I love this.
Almost a slight sour note on the nose.
Yes,
too.
but it's just enough. The way it kind of counteracts the sort of sweeter banana-y vibe, that it creates this really interesting swirl of flavors on the palate. It's really,
If you're gonna say this is
quite
banana-like, this is more like a fried plantain.
good. Or
Interestingly enough,
like a banana flambe that's got kind of that, toastiness to it.
Yeah.
I don't even know what a flambe is. I just like that word, so I said it. It probably means like a lasagna type dish.
I think it sets it
I'm
on
gonna
fire.
stop drinking this.
I think it's something on fire.
Oh, flambe. Okay,
it gets on
perfect.
fire.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah,
one of those things where they
you
bring
love
the
my
torch.
Golden Strong. This is a cousin to the Golden
This
Strong.
is really, really
Yeah.
good. Yes.
If we were to refer to it as le flambe, what's the word?
Flambe.
Yeah,
Le
that,
flambe.
that means the flambe. So, just so you know. No, this is quite good. Is this something that you kind of stumbled across, or did you know you were onto this when you were making it? Because this is
This is
got a
my
real-
second. This is my second iteration of this beer.
Okay.
And after tasting Leffe, which is kind of like the gold standard for a Belgian blonde, I adjusted my recipe a little bit and then brewed this.
This, to me, kind of tastes sort of halfway between a golden blonde and a Hefeweizen, but without some of that. Sometimes I like the initial taste of Hefeweizen, but that lingering wheat note on the palate is
can
not
be-
as pleasant.
It can be a little much,
But
depending. on
this doesn't have that, but you get the banana.
So, and that's the phenolic off the yeast. It's different yeast used for this over the Hefeweizen, and then, of course, the Hefeweizen being 50% or better wheat.
And also, generally, they're unfiltered, right? Is this filtered?
This is unfiltered.
So it's completely unfiltered. Okay. This is delicious, and I feel like if you had this in a can on store shelves, this would sell. I feel like it's competitive with any
I would
of
drink
these.
this floating down the river.
Yeah. Well, again, the bar is set so low for you for that, but yeah, this jumps right over it. It's. I think it's delicious. I would.
That's all right. There's more interesting things in the story to come.
Fascinating. See, this is why we do the homebrew shows,
Yes.
because they get curiouser and curiouser, like Alice said in Wonderland.
Yes.
So looking forward to finding out more about that brew. I think we have time here for me to share with you about the cigar that I smoked this week. It was a bit of a mystery to me, and I'll explain. It's been in my humidor for less than a year. I got it in a group of cigars when I attended the Texas Cigar Festival last year, which, by the way, was a great thing. Terry and Ian and I were all
Absolutely
at that.
wonderful.
It was a great event. I loved just hanging out at the Oliva booth, bothering them. It was just
Yes,
great.
yes.
It was just great fun. But one of the great things was you got this backpack full of cigars.
It took me an hour while I was there to realize that there was like 25 cigars
Yeah,
in there.
it was
I
like
opened
a
it up, "What's in
whole
here?"
assortment. So this was one of the cigars in that. It's been sitting in the humidor since that, which is a little less than a year. And the reason that I refer to this cigar as a kind of a mystery is because I can't find it on the internet anywhere. It's the Black Star Line, what I'm calling the Black Star Line Mystery Toro.
Okay, hold your thought process for a second.
Yeah.
Because I have one of those in my humidor. I've been wondering where the heck it came from.
All right, so
I
Black
haven't
Star
I haven't
Line,
looked at it that close, but I do have one.
Black Star Line is a thing. I can find Black Star Line cigars on the internet and information on their lines with names like Dark Warwitch and Rosewood and Mr. Fahrenheit, all of which sound really interesting. But after extensive searching, and let's face it, I do have mad Google skills. I could not find one article about it to tell me what tobacco is in it. I couldn't even find one picture of it, just their other lines.
Just that.
Which all looked very interesting, but none of which were this cigar. So here's what I can tell you about it. According to the band, it was made in the Dominican Republic, and it's a nice looking cigar with a medium brown wrapper, has a few bumps and veins everywhere, but overall pretty smooth. And there were not a lot of detectable notes in the pre-light sniff and the cold draw. I did pick up faint notes of toast on the sniff and some nuttiness on the draw. That was about it. So I decided to just go ahead and use the V-cut, get down to business. Once I lit the cigar, the first few puffs revealed absolute zero Nicaraguan pepper blast. No Dominican pepper blast. In fact, no pepper at all. And the early notes were primarily tea leaf and cedar. It reminded me of some of the first cigars that I ever smoked, like the Macanudo Hyde Park and the Romeo and Julieta vintage line. Not unpleasant at all, but very mild, very easy breezy. Construction in the first third seemed quite good. Second third, more cedar, a pleasant note of grassy wheat, and finally, a tiny bit of pepper crept in. Not enough to kick the strength up past the mild range, but it did creep in. Construction stayed spot on, and this Black Star Line Mystery Toro produced a healthy quantity of thick smoke. I would think this would be considered a pleasant room note, as nothing about the smoke was heavy or harsh in any way. Final third ramped up the pepper just a touch, but by all of my normal standards, this cigar remained firmly in the mild category. That said, the flavors, while they weren't hugely complex, they were very pleasant, and I enjoyed the buttery toast vibe that seemed to strengthen in the last half or so of the smoke. I wish I knew more to tell you about the Black Star Line Toro. I would suspect that the tobacco is Dominican, given that's where the company seems to be based. Although what I could find about some of their other lines on the internet indicated the use of Nicaraguan and Honduran tobacco, so hard to tell. I enjoyed it, even though it was a little lighter than my typical smoke. It's a good morning cigar for when you're looking for something without too much strength. And my first suggested pairing is a cup of black coffee, even though I'm not really a coffee drinker.
Goes well with cigars.
Yeah. To pair it with the spirit, I'd go with something that has a lot of flavor on its own, like a Lafrague 10-year or a tequila that has a really good agave flavor to it, like Epsilon Tequila Blanco, where you're getting that agave sort of vibe. Have no idea how much this cigar costs since it was part of my goodie bag, but most of their other cigars seem to come in at the $10 to $13 range. So let's say 10. I'd give it a 5, as long as you're looking for something without too much strength. Smoking experience was enjoyable, but I wouldn't want to spend more than about $10 on it, to be honest. Maybe one of you guys knows more about this blend or can let us know how some of the other cigar lines from Black Star smoke. They look quite delicious in photos on the web, so I'm going to look for some of them and see how I like their stronger blends. Price to quality at $10 a 5. A 5. So, all right, we will take a break since the music is playing me off like a long-winded Oscar acceptor, and I will be right back, as will all of us, on Smoking and Toasting. Notice how in the intro to this song, the guitar player isn't messing up at all? Because there's no guitar in the intro. Yeah, and just wanted to point that out. Welcome back. It's Smoking and Toasting. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. You know, you know what they say: those who can do, and those who can't do, teach.
Yes.
So there's I'm taking shots at my friend today. This is really uncalled for, and I apologize.
I'm sorry. Were you talking? I have you completely turned down on my ears.
I'm sorry, Lord bless the pygmies in Africa. So, guys are here from the from CCSD that are home brewers. Danny Blankenship, Michael Cavanaugh, and we've had a couple of really delicious home brews so far. Which my favorite thing about the first time we had you guys on is it totally exploded the myth that home brews are all kind of inferior to the ones made by because it's easy to think that if you've only tried, so to crappy home brews. But you guys brought some great stuff, and I fear you may have done it again because this actually looks
Also,
quite
before we
quite
get started
delicious.
on this, NovembeerFest is next weekend.
Okay, so tell me what that is.
It is on the
NovembeerFest.
8th
Okay.
of November.
of
Okay.
November.
And other than taking liberties with the English language, what is NovembeerFest all about?
It's our home brewing festival.
Okay.
Pretty much the only one of its kind in the state. We will have 4 or 5 bands
We got
playing.
4 bands.
So is this something that anyone can come to? You don't have to be a
Yes.
member of the
Oh, yeah.
of
It's open to
CCSD to
public.
attend?
You can, yes.
You
Anyone
should
public
definitely-
public can come. You
should
should
come.
come and see what we've got going on.
drink our beer,
Drink our beer.
listen to the bands.
I like this
Eat our
idea.
food.
I like this idea very much. I
Yeah.
really do. It's
Yeah.
because here you're going to explore. If you're like me and you love exploring, cool beers that you haven't been able to try before, here's going to be an entire festival of cool beers that you haven't tried before, unless you've been to one of these guys' houses and hung out. But how many? If you had to just estimate, how many different beers will be available for somebody to sample if
I know on
to
my
choose from?
my team stand we will have 14 different flavors.
Nice.
We got a couple of 100 gallons total.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not running out of beer.
Nice. I love this.
Now he said on
and
his
other
team
beverages.
stand. Keep in mind, there's going to be 4 teams.
Okay. So
3
that's a lot of
teams,
beers.
Sorry,
Yeah.
A lot of beers.
3 teams. So you can triple that, and then there's probably more than that.
Yeah. Yeah. It still sounds like a lot of fun. So this one, is this a Bock? It looks kind of
That's a
like
Bock.
a slightly hazier version of a Shiner Bock to me.
It's supposed to be a Shiner Bock clone.
And Shiner Bock's really a brown ale, right? It's not really a Bock. Is that true?
It's a Bock.
No, it's a Bock. It's
Dark lager.
this is a slightly lighter brown than I was expecting for a Bock. It smells very Bock-like though.
Right. It's got that maltiness up front, and one of the things I absolutely love.
It's roasty.
One of the things I absolutely love
I,
about Shiner Bock is that, in addition to being able to find it almost anywhere, even a place where they don't have any other good beers, Shiner Bock is also great with cigars.
Yes.
Whereas so I would
A
be
Shiner
hoping
Bock,
the same
a
for
Bock
this.
in general, a good Bock will go with pretty much any cigar.
It's a
Ooh.
Shiner Bock clone, but also I took the liberty of adding a volume of cold brewed coffee to it. So
And that's what you get on the finish. To be honest, it doesn't attack the palate with a lot of flavor
Yeah.
right at first.
Complimentary.
But wow, that finish is very complex. You can taste the coffee
I get
in
that
there
at the end, yeah.
You can taste even like a little bit of a toffee
kind of
flavor. in there
Kind
as
of
well.
sacrificed a little bit of the consistency and like the thickness for the cod, but I loved it. I'm really
good.
proud of this one.
Is there a lot of coffee in this, or does it only take a little?
It's like a pint.
Oh, only a pint per how
Per
big
5
of a?
gallon.
5 gallons. Yeah.
5 gallons.
But
Okay.
it's a concentrated pint. But
Yeah.
You're not going to get your caffeine buzz off of this.
Right.
So,
unless you
you're-
drink a lot of it.
You are going to get a buzz.
You
It just
can-
won't be the caffeine.
but
You'll
the
have-
other buzz will probably muscle out the caffeine.
Well, this
buzz.
is delicious. It is just enough in the sort of Bach flavor profile that I kind of want a pretzel, but not exclusively. Like, to me, this has a little more going on than a Shiner Bock, which again
coffee-
I like Shiner Bock.
The coffee almost gives it a smoky flavor. Mm-hmm. It's kind of interesting because it's very definitely coffee, but there's almost a smoky flavor.
I enjoy that.
I did a cream ale one year, and I dropped into the 5 gallon batch 2 pounds of coffee beans into it. Now, let me tell you what, that thing would light you up on both sides. I was like, oh my God, the caffeine.
Like Roger Rabbit after
goes
his,
later.
Yeah. The caffeine kind of warring against the alcohol.
Yes.
I feel hyper. I feel chill. I feel hyper. I feel chill.
Yes, that was the exact
Sounds like
feeling
you
of
get in
it.
trouble with that.
Yeah.
Really
I'm
weird
drunk, but I have a
dreams.
lot of energy.
Yeah.
Hey, I went through a vodka Red Bull stage.
Yeah, might not be the greatest time to make decisions when you're drunk but hyper. You know.
Yes.
So that was the first iteration of a beer that I'll be giving to you a little later.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm excited anytime somebody uses the phrase "a beer that I'll be giving to you." These are the things that
You shall be
having.
tasting the second iteration of this beer later.
Okay,
No,
I like
not,
it, but
not this one.
Not this one.
the cream ale you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
The first iteration was a cream ale. There's a second iteration, and I will explain that later when we go to serve
All right.
that one.
Then
I know what it is.
Yet another. If drinking news wasn't enough to get you into hour 2 of the show, that tease should be right
Yeah,
there.
right there.
Well, this is delicious, and like I mentioned, it drinks a lot like a Shiner Bock, but it's just a little more interesting. There's a little more going on the palate, and it's all good stuff that's happening. Ian, what's your take on this?
It finishes very clean as well, which is really nice because sometimes you get some of those coffee flavors can linger and be bitter and in a bad way, but this one kind of finishes.
That's why the cold brew. 'Cause
I like
it's
it.
less acidic and so you get all the everything, but like stuff that would
But not as much of the linger.
yeah
Right.
Yeah.
less bitterness. Just trying to balance it out.
Absolutely dig it. Well, that puts the wraps on hour 1 of Smoking and Toasting, but more beers to come. We also are going to be tasting a 12-year rum that claims to be Immortal, which I don't know the difference between Immortal and Immortal, but I do think we will try it anyway, and we'll see where it goes. So that's
lost
coming
in
up.
translation?
More beer coming up, and a little thing called Drinking News, all in hour 2, which is on the way. It's Smoking and Toasting. Thank you for listening. Welcome back to Smoking and Toasting. Our show is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. Taking a look today at some delicious home brews. And Smoking and Toasting is heard around the world on great radio stations like 96.9 Radio Melrose in Roanoke, Virginia, WDEL, AM and FM, Wilmington, Delaware, and KFNK FM, ESPN Radio, Houston, Texas. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
cool.
That's awesome.
Yep, we're thrilled to be here. We're thrilled to be tasting home brews, and feel free to open up another one as we get started on hour 2 of the show, because there's a lot to cover and a lot to drink. That was good. See, he's really learned it, because part of making the authentic unrecorded sound effect is the dropping of the cap on the tabletop after the opening has taken place, and we got a nice little bounce there. So I'm really kind of stoked for this.
Also, dramatizing the bottle cap engagement
Right.
makes a big difference.
by like clanking around it a little
That
bit.
is
Yep.
that is the master class right there in
Yeah.
sound effects, dramatizing the
right.
bottle cap engagement. I love that.
There are people who do-
That is the best.
I want to write a white paper on that. Dramatizing the bottle cap
Bottle cap
engagement
engagement, yes.
and making sound effects of opening beer.
Yes, that's right.
I like it.
Wow.
It sounds a little better than clanking around a little bit.
I like a little clank. You know?
Clank it around a little bit.
Ratchet and clank. There's a. Sorry, gave away what I do in my free time.
Yeah, how's No Man's Sky going?
No Man's Sky is awesome, dude. I am having the most fun just flying around from planet to planet and just blasting trees and rocks. It's
mining things. Yeah,
It's
you're mining
so
things.
therapeutic. I have to tell you, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Yeah. So
If nobody noticed, I roused this one a little bit.
so what does that mean if you roused it?
So as the beer,
Hey, baby.
you get sediment
Right.
sediment
Yeah.
at the bottom. And so that sediment gives a little extra flavor.
I've noticed some of the bigger IPAs will have a lot of sediment in the bottom of them if you don't do the swirling.
This is what you have commonly referred to as chunks.
Yes.
Okay. Like edible, chewable
Is it the kid from the
chunks?
Goonies?
They're flavor chunks.
Oh, okay.
Flavor chunks.
Flavonoids.
So this is called mashing pumpkins.
Okay.
The recipe was given to me from another club brother, Bowflex.
Oh, this smells fantastic.
This
That's his
is
name, Bo
This
Flex?
is Bowflex.
All right.
Beauregard Flex.
Beauregard
Oh,
Flex.
I'm sorry. That made it better.
Remember, this is a drinking club, so you're gonna run into things like that.
Yeah. Okay,
We used to identify as a brew club, but then we realized we're more of a drinking club with a brewing problem.
Yeah, I hear you.
So this is not your basic bitch pumpkin ale.
Okay.
So this is a pumpkin saison.
Okay, I was going to say it's got that saison element to it on the nose, that sort of slightly funky, a little bit yeasty sort of a vibe.
And the reason why it's called mashing pumpkins is pumpkin is actually in the mash.
You gotta mash it.
Oh, so that makes sense.
Mash it
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
And all the spices, they're very, very light on the palate. So you have your clove, your cinnamon.
Yeah, but they're
nutmeg.
not overwhelming. They're just very
They're just there.
I like how not sweet this
wonderfully.
is.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of saison funk going on that makes me so happy in this.
If you had a really good pumpkin pie that was also a saison beer, this is what it would taste like.
Oh my God! When I was brewing this in the garage,
Yeah.
holy,
little confusing on the palate, but it's really
I don't
good.
know what word to use that FCC doesn't like, but
Holy pumpkin, Batman.
Holy pumpkin, Batman! Yes, it smelled like I was baking a pumpkin pie out there when this
Yeah.
thing started
I bet your
fully
neighbors
going.
love that.
Oh, the vent
And
hood
it was
going, sucking it out, blowing into the neighborhood.
And then it's like, surprise, it's even better. It's a beer.
Yeah.
Yes,
I love that. This is a real pumpkin forward. I mean, it's clear that this is a pumpkin ale, right?
yes.
Yeah.
It's
so
almost a little astringent on the back end of it, too.
A saison is an ale. Yes. But it's not like,
Saison-
it's not like a pumpkin ale. you know?
saison for me is, it's not a category that I just know I'm going to love. I do love some saisons, but I don't love them all. This one definitely falls into the love category.
They can get a little bit of a saddle blanket tasting.
So to stay away from the saddle blanket and the other funky flavors you get out of a saison, I did a yeast blend. So
Okay.
the two
That's a
different
real
yeasts
thing,
were
right?
used. Two different saison yeasts were used to do this
Yeah.
to kind of counter that some. This beer is on
I
tap
think I broke Hawkeye.
at For the Culture Brewing.
Wait,
Saddle
hold on.
blankets in the beer compendium for.
But it should be. But you just said something really important. I want to go back to it. This is
like
on tap
horse blood.
somewhere?
Yes, this beer is on tap because it's a collaborative brew
Oh,
with For the Culture Brewing,
okay.
which is here in Houston. So this beer is on tap. You can actually go to For the Culture, taste some of their other great beers, and have this beer.
This is definitely worth going to For the Culture. I mean, it's
collab.
that
I
good.
haven't been there yet. Where's that located?
It's just from where we're at right now. It's right down the road. It's off of Hempstead Highway,
Two lefts and a
off
right.
of
So on the northwest side of Houston. Then.
northwest side, just
Not
just
like real
past the-
northwest, but just
Not too
slightly.
far from
Ju-
the clubhouse. Like
not too far from the. Well,
Yeah.
let's give better references. The now defunct Northwest Mall,
Oh, yeah.
just a little bit
course. There we
south
are.
of there on Hempstead Highway.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You know, I realize that craft beer is in a bit of a downturn currently.
Oh, yeah.
But my idea to make all these newly deserted malls into like brew pubs, I thought was a great one. Like, can you imagine a brew pub the size of Gulf Gate Mall?
It still could be open to
That would be
mall
awesome.
walkers.
Yeah, you could mall walk with a beer in your hand. It would be like combining two great activities. So
You know, I think a lot of
beer.
malls actually have beer stands and places where you get daiquiris and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now,
Mall are you going to?
little too late there, buddies.
yeah, they should have tried this.
Too
But-
little too
Yeah,
late.
my suggestion for defunct malls: so put in a brew pub, and then invite like taco trucks to come and just park in like what used to be a
Dillard's?
21 and
right,
and,
it,
you know
right into
Forever
it.
Forever
Yes.
21
Foley's
store or whatever. Yeah,
Joskies.
right. Joskies. Well, there's a blast from the past. By the way,
You go down to
Schlotzky's.
Spencer's
If
and
it
you
wasn't-
take a right.
if it wasn't for Joskies, I would not be here today.
Because of their sofas?
My mother and my father met when they both worked at a Joski's.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So that's just a
amazing.
little
I don't
piece
know
of,
what that is.
Joski's was like a Foley's or
The Dillards over in the Galleria used to be a Joski's like years and years ago, and I just know furniture came from there because I know we had a modular sectional that what my grandmother had, and it had Joski's all over it, like,
and great
under the
and
seats.
great Hawaiian shirts too.
And just for a little better location information, so For the Culture Brewing is located at 7201 Wind Park Drive, Houston.
Okay, it's Houston. Okay.
Yeah, 77008.
I just want to mention too to people. Obviously, we have listeners all over the country, but if you visit Houston, there are so many great breweries. Even with a few that have closed, there's still an abundance of wonderful, wonderful breweries, including, by the way, our show beer sponsor for the week, Eureka Heights.
Yes,
these guys got it going on, and they provided our show beer for this month. So
Von Wolfhausen.
Thank you to the gentleman from Eureka Heights. But no, this is quite good. I mean, this strikes me as the kind of thing that you would be able to get on a tap room somewhere. You know,
this is the kind of beer I want to try, especially when I walk into a place. I love the name For the Culture, by the way. But when you walk into a place like that, and you don't have to swim through half of a board of IPAs, and you find some beers that are interesting to try.
Hey, easy now. Half a board of IPAs is like, oh.
They make
and I will tell you,
one.
they
Nice
have
lager.
some really excellent IPAs.
Mm-hmm.
Their Queen of the Damned is just off the hook.
I like it for the name already.
Yeah.
Queen of the Damned. That's
Junk in
great.
the Trunk.
Yeah.
Junk in the trunk.
Again. Yeah. Are they getting sued by Jennifer Lopez for that for that title?
Not that we've heard of yet, but
Okay, it could
I mean,
happen.
I'm pretty sure they'd be happy for her to show up. You know, a little publicity.
You know, we mentioned that some of our local breweries, and it seems like I read every week about another brewery or two that is filing bankruptcy or closing down. But an especially tough one from the spirit world that I read about this week, Uncle Nearest.
Uncle Nearest,
I heard about that one.
Is basically shutting down, filing bankruptcy. I would read you the article, but there's 87 pop-ups. So just suffice to say, Uncle Nearest was really instrumental in the launching of the original guy, Uncle Nearest, really instrumental in the launching of Jack Daniels, and then Uncle Nearest became the spirit named after him.
Oh, he was the guy that helped Jack Daniels start the
Right. He was the guy that had the recipe.
Yes,
And so, but Uncle Nearest has over the years produced some really wonderful whiskeys, and it's just kind of a bummer to see something like that go.
And what's happening there? How does someone with such great product?
You know, there's so many business reasons why a company that has great
could have
products
overextended.
Yeah.
If you think you're going to grow at a certain rate, and then you
and there was a time
very
it looked
seriously
like
don't,
distilleries were just growing like wildfire, and so if you overextended yourself, like Ian's saying during that time, it can be tough to you can have expensive facilities that
eventually
produce
it's
more
time to
than
pay
you need.
those bills.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
that can happen real quickly.
And unlike the government, Uncle Nearest can't just print more money. You know, it doesn't.
Exactly.
I mean, you can, but it's not a good long-term strategy. So,
Right.
But if you could, would you?
Probably. But yeah, they're preparing to sell off non-core assets. They've just run into financial hard times, and it happens. But what's interesting is when a hardware store closes down, you don't see hardware is done. Nobody's going to use hardware anymore. But for some reason people want to point to this as, craft beer is over. It's not over. In fact, there are still new breweries opening all the time, and there are things happening like, what you guys are doing, where you're collaborating a home brewing project with an existing brewery. I just think it's really short-sighted to say that craft beer is done. Has it slowed down from its fastest peak? Absolutely. But everything does. Everything that has a boom quiets down at some point.
Everything is cyclical.
Yes.
It feels like it peaked a few years ago and it's just kind of been
Well, and
tapering off.
as it
since-
was peaking, there were probably more people opening breweries than there was an actual
Need.
audience for.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
there's also this other problem, though, that Gen Z doesn't appear to be very fond of beer,
heard about that.
according
Yeah,
to
I'm hearing
some of
about
the
that
things
too, yeah.
that I've read.
Good for them.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. You know the way I look at it? More beer for us.
Yes.
That's how I look at it. So,
Eventually they'll figure it out after slogging through several years, and it's like, I need to do something.
yeah, exactly. Once they get that first
Why do I feel
job
these
for
feelings?
Once they get that
Once
first
reality
job
sets
with a
in.
terrible
They just get
boss,
weed.
and they get home at the end of the day, they're like, "I need a beer." You know, I get it. I totally get it. But sad to see Uncle Nearest. You know,
Nobody comes home after a long day, starts to do it. Man, I could really use a marijuana-infused fluffy drink.
I don't know. if there's
That's the
some of
way
that-
it's coming.
there's
these
some of
days,
that
it
going
seems
on.
like.
That's where it's
that's-
going.
Yeah.
That's what the world's coming to.
But I will say, I don't think anybody
These are the
comes
same
home.
people that slam their car into gear with a little dial. You know what I'm talking
It
about.
takes some of the drama out of it.
I
but I
plug
will
my
say,
car in every night.
I will say, I don't think anyone comes home after a long day of work for a bad boss and says, "I want to try that vodka soda canned cocktail that they had on Smoking and Toasted today."
No.
Probably not. All right, we got to take a break. We will be back. There's more beer to come, but in the next segment, we're going to taste some 12-year-old rum from Ron Immortal, which is Spanish for
That could be only one.
Ron Immortal. We'll be right back. Careful when you do that. Welcome back to Smoking and Toasting. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. And Ian is opening a bottle of fine spirits right now that I brought in for us. It's the Ron Immortal 12-year Colombian rum. And Ian, you may have noticed in most normal weeks on the show, if I'm bringing a spirit in, I try to do my duty of going ahead and removing the dangerous plastic covering wrap
They
from
can
the top.
cut your fingers.
Yeah, that can cut your fingers, and trying to clear the neck of the bottle so it won't promote spillage. In this case, though,
Apparently, and chew the cork
it's a
too.
good thing that I did, because that cork came apart in the top of the bottle as I was opening it up. Thanks to my wife, who has really skinny fingers, we were able to get it out without any of the cork
getting in
dropping
there.
into the. And I
Nice.
rewarded her with a nice glass of rum. So
there you go.
So
It all worked
was-
out in the end.
It all worked out in
Yeah.
the end. But this is a 12-year rum from Colombia, and with rum, age statements apply to the oldest
The oldest
spirit
yes.
in the blend. So it doesn't mean that every rum that was blended for this is 12 years old, but the oldest one is 12 years old, so they can make that age statement.
So,
And
did this get here by submarine?
I don't know. It may have, because it's it's something that I think. Well, have we had Colombian rums on the show before, Ian?
I believe we've had.
I know we've had from Panama and Belize.
Yeah, I
and-
don't know.
and
I noticed that
Jamaica
too. That it was
and-
I feel
Colombian
like
rum.
we have. I mean, we have a lot of shows.
I
on
feel
our
like
belt.
so.
Yeah, 450.
The precursors of the rum date back to ancient times. It is believed that the development of fermented beverages from sugarcane occurred in ancient Greece.
Says a wonderful.
Close example is the drink called Mortal, or Mortal, produced by the people of Malaysia. The rum dates back to thousands of years and continues until today. The best rum is Immortal.
So,
The only one.
This is good.
And American white oak barrels, notes of authentic French, vanilla, and citrus.
well, we appreciate the fine folks of Colombia for attempting to help us answer that age-old question: how do you deal with the drunken sailor? And we're going to try to answer that now. I
mean,
noticed
it's
you
a question that needs an answer.
you already went for the first taste. What'd you think?
Very nice. Very smooth.
It's
It
got
smells really good.
it's got a great
Oh,
nose
wow.
to it.
Like there's a woodiness
Yeah,
to the
for the
nose, that I
nose
absolutely
though,
love.
the flavor is. It's got so much more to it than
And
the
it's-
nose
But
does.
the nose does not tell the story of the
No.
flavor.
No,
Yeah, it
you're
does
right,
not.
because it opens, I think, as a
Oh.
big chocolate bomb. And there's
Oh.
caramel in there, there's molasses, there's
Wow.
cane sugar,
Sugar.
vanilla.
That is doing a lot of things.
Some of my
Right?
favorite notes in any spirit exist in this rum.
Yeah, I mean it's amazing.
This just makes me lose all my words trying to describe it as this is
It's
really
it's
good.
funny because the nose is.
It's about
You
a
can
$50
tell it's
bottle.
rum. You can tell. You can get a little molasses.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the vanilla. You can get a little wood on the nose.
when it goes on the palate.
He said wood on the nose. I'm sorry.
I was going to make an addendum to that statement,
It
but
won't-
it only makes it worse.
It does. It makes it much worse. Every now and then, I am transported via a time machine back to the 7th grade, and that was one of those times. That was one of those times. I got in the DeLorean, and whoosh, I was in 7th grade.
You went back to the future. You know, they just released a brand new version of that specific guitar that McFly plays.
Oh, really? And Johnny Be Good?
In the Johnny Be Good thing, and it sold out like instantaneously.
Oh, wow.
I got to figure, from all the people who've watched and loved that movie through the years, that if they brought back the Gullwing DeLorean, I think it would work
Oh,
this
it would.
time.
It would absolutely
People
be.
would buy it
yeah,
just
would be
because
great.
of the nostalgia
And he
for the
actually
Wasn't
movie.
it called a
played
Cybertruck?
Yeah, exactly. He actually played that song with Coldplay here not too long ago. They had him up on stage with that guitar.
Michael J. Fox?
Yes, Michael J. Fox got up there
Wow.
and did the guitar solo and everything for Johnny Be Good with Coldplay not too
Oh, wow.
long ago. Yeah.
And during the show, there were apparently some people cheating on their husbands and wives that got caught on the cam. Was that
is that
it?
that's
Yeah.
it was
You know,
That was the feature presentation.
word to the wise: if you're stepping out on your spouse, don't go to the Coldplay show. You're gonna get snagged. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
don't go to the Coldplay show and look all lovey-dovey. If you're gonna go there, look like you're not together.
You're there going, it was all yellow. Oh crap!
Just don't go to a Coldplay show.
Yeah, there you go. Just don't go to a Coldplay show.
Stay away from Coldplay.
Or don't cheat on your spouse.
Yeah,
I
there's
that.
mean, that's
There's
just an
that.
option.
There's that. Yeah,
It's
go to-
just an option.
Go to
It's all
whatever
optional.
show.
Yeah.
Go to whatever show you want.
Yeah.
You know, just yeah. There you go.
I love it when they play that Satriani song.
This is.
Hey, but you'll always be
I don't
safe
even
at
know
a
what
Creed
that
show.
means.
Satriani
I
song
don't know
and
what.
Coldplay.
Would you always be safe at a Creed show? Is that what
Yes.
you said?
Yes.
Why would you'd be safe from the Kiss Cam, but you wouldn't be safe from the fact that the band performing on stage is freaking Creed?
Yes!
That's
Well, you would be safe. You would not be safe from that, but
Wear a disguise.
yeah.
I don't even know what's happening anymore.
exactly
Because
that. Might,
Creed sucks.
that might have been the
Creed
best
sucks
use of
so
the
bad.
fanfare so far.
Yes.
Now, and actually talked about this a little before the show. It's like, I'm sorry, you can be as nostalgic as you want. Creed wasn't cool then, and they're
No.
not cool now.
No. You know, one time Scott Stapp did so bad at a concert that people demanded their money back because of he was
Think
too,
about that.
Something happened
When
on
was the
stage.
last big show
He was
where
too
You know,
Creed.
I mean, not just a person or two, like where a huge chunk of the audience demanded their
Can
money
you
back.
imagine? I mean, there were times that Jim Morrison was too drunk to finish the show, and no one asked for their money
Right,
back
At least
at
he
all.
was entertaining.
They
right.
came and they told that story to their children and their grandchildren. But Scott Stapp, they're like, no, we want our money back.
Yeah. And really, if you think about it, they were already having buyer's remorse before the band came out. This just gave them an excuse
Yes.
to go, oh, you know what? I'm going to get my money back for this show. Yeah. That's
Yes.
that's $70 I'll never see again unless I get it back. This rum is delicious.
Amazing.
It's a conversation starter, that's for sure.
I was just about to say,
I mean, look where the conversation went.
if you open a bottle of this, you'll be talking about Creed in no time, and that's not necessarily a good thing, but it is.
Hey man,
But the rum is.
that guitar player
Yep.
is what's that Alter Bridge?
Alter
is that the
Bridge,
brand?
yeah.
So-
Yeah.
That guy's and always has great guitar tone too.
I'll listen to Alter Bridge.
He
That's-
does, but they have the stank of Creed on them, so I just
Yeah.
can't do it. I just can't do it.
They kind of have that
You
Hooba
smell
stack.
like
I mean, and I get it. They got rid of him so they could do this own
Yeah,
band.
well-
Like, and I like that about them, but you know.
We're changing the name of this show from It's NovembeerFest to The Stank of Creed. That's going to be the show title.
It's Creed stank.
Yeah, from here on out.
Horse blanket.
Back to the rum. This is delicious. I've just about polished this up.
He's still frustrated over horse blanket.
It's a real thing. There's something new every day.
He's confused that it's an actual term used now.
And it's not
This
necessarily
is
a bad
not
thing.
hard.
Creed
It's
or
not
horse
a bad
blanket?
thing if it depends
No,
on
you
the
can't
style.
use Creed as a descriptor without it being bad. However, horse blanket. You can
Just
definitely-
he's just lost it over here.
If you go to a show and somebody says, "How was it?" and you say, "Well, it was kind of Creed-like," that pretty much sums it up.
Nothing else needs to be said.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't have seats. We were on the lawn and we were covered with a horse blanket. So
Excellent.
yeah, see, it's the whole experience.
Sounds sweaty.
Hey, you act like there's something wrong with that.
I'm not sure when we lost complete control of this show, but I have a feeling it was about halfway through last show that it happened. So people are like, "What is this show supposed to be about again?"
Yeah.
Creed and rum?
Yeah. Well, but this
It's Immortal rum.
All right, so this is though a great illustration to me, and having just done this with whiskey last weekend, as I mentioned with our good friend over at Vinyl Draft, Doug Messinger. We had the same type of conversation because we were drinking and smoking cigars, and that's what it opened up to. So this rum is most definitely a conversation starter.
Yes,
Yeah.
agreed.
And not just conversations like, "Could you pour me some more of that, please?" But actual other conversations as well. Terry's glass is snaking back over, and we always want to keep the producer happy because
let me
that's
get this open.
yeah. You know, when Adam moved away and could no longer produce the show in studio, he still has the work to do of assembling everything, but he doesn't get the rum.
drinking.
Yeah, so
doesn't get the rum.
so feel bad for you, Adam. Make sure to get those edits right. Thank you.
All the work and none of the play.
That's
None of
right.
the rum.
But of course, Adam's
Thank you,
got,
Adam, for
Adam's
giving
got
me
baby
this job.
AJ. He's got plenty of play going on with the youngsters. so.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Wow. And boy, that goes fast. The baby's already holding its head up, and they're like, "Man, this is going fast." I saw them the other day.
My wife and I are going to see them at Christmas. She's been there. She was there when the baby was born, but I haven't been there to see the grandson yet. But I'm happy that by the time I'm going, it's sort of past that critical point where I'm afraid of babies. That critical point where
The lolling neck and everything.
yeah, the critical point where when they pass you the baby, they say, "Watch the head." We'll be past that point, so I can like jostle them around and have fun, and we can,
Toss
Yeah.
it like a football.
Yeah.
Got a good drop
Throw them up in the air and
percentage.
go, wee.
I got a real low drop percentage. I don't drop too many of the babies.
That's
you know,
right,
that's
that's
how
right.
it is. I got a real
Not-
low.
not a baby dropper.
39% of the time, I don't drop the baby.
Panty dropper, yes. Baby dropper, no. That's the way we roll here at Smoking and Toasting. Hey, Sam Adams has
happening right
I
now?
have
Somehow
no
those
idea
go
what's
hand
up.
in hand.
Like I said, we lost control of this show about halfway through last show. So, Samuel
If
Adams,
you're listening out there, just drink a little more. It'll make a lot more sense.
it's making
Yes.
sense to us. That's what you should know. Samuel Adams earlier last month released their Utopias 2025. It's their barrel-aged and blended big beer that they
I
release
have
every
had
year.
some of their utopias.
Okay. Well, even if you could afford it, and I don't know, how much you had to spend to get the Utopias in the past.
you get it from.
This monster retails for about $240 for a bottle.
That's not bad.
Yeah. And
Last time I bought a Utopias, it cost me $250 at a Black Friday sale at
okay.
Specs.
All right. Well, there you
And
go.
this was 2015, 16.
Some retailers will mark it up even higher than that too. Its 30% alcohol content is so high, at least for a beer, that it's actually banned in Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Idaho, Missouri, Mississippi, Montana, New Hampshire, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Oregon, South Carolina, Utah, Vermont, and West Virginia. I will note that
Yet all those states
All the
will sell
boring
liquor.
states.
yeah. I will note that as a resident of the state of Texas, it was not mentioned. So I'm looking forward to trying the 30% as soon as Ian buys me a bottle of the $240 beer
Almost all
for
the
Christmas.
States too.
Almost all the Utopias come out at 30%.
Yeah. Oh, they're big beers all the
Freakish.
time, but they are saying that this one may be the biggest one they've ever done. So we're looking forward to trying If you, honey, I only had half a beer. We will take a break and be back, my friends. I believe that we're getting closer to drinking news, but not before we do a little more drinking. We have more beers coming up next. It's Smoking and Toasting. I love home brews. Welcome back. It's Smoking and Toasting. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. And we went way overtime on that last segment, which I think means we may not have time for drinking news at all. So,
It means you'll have more to look.
have a
listen
good
to
week.
on-
And no, Ian, hit it, brother.
Drinking news, drinking news. Now it's time for drinking news. A Florida man with one arm said he had a gator for a pet. When asked about his absent arm, he said,
Gotta take my gator to the vet.
drinking
Love
news, drinking news. Now it's time for drinking news.
Cheers, y'all. Well, we'll get to today's main story on drinking news in just a moment, but first, a tale of love gone wrong. And we're not talking about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, or about Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck, or even about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck the second time. By the way, sidebar to Mr. Affleck, maybe try marrying someone who's not named Jennifer. He's just a thought.
Can't do it.
But this story takes us to the Lone Star State, where 29-year-old Vanessa Clark, a Texas woman, let's just say, didn't take her recent breakup very well. It started with Ms. Clark showing up at her ex's workplace in downtown Dallas, making a nuisance of herself by repeatedly pretending to drop off lunch and check on mutual friends. And now that's bad enough, but the Texas woman apparently then turned her visits into a full-blown revenge mission and took it upon herself to sleep with everyone her ex worked with.
Awesome.
One employee described it as being like a competition. Who's next on the Vanessa tour? He says that her competition involved the woman having sex with interns, managers, and even the guy from IT.
Look, the important question here is she hot?
According to employees, Vanessa hooked up with 15 coworkers, bragging that she was teaching her ex a lesson in loyalty. And yeah, I've seen a picture. She's pretty hot. Then, in a kind of a twisted
IT.
version of a John Cusack movie, she reportedly showed up to the office parking lot and began blasting breakup anthems and waiting for him to come outside. When he didn't respond, witnesses say she floored her car into his, yelling, "Now you'll finally notice me." Police arrived moments later and found her sitting on the hood, smoking a cigarette and saying, "Worth it." Clark was arrested for criminal mischief and reckless endangerment and stalking. Additionally, the office had to issue a company-wide memo barring her from the premises. Most of the employees were appalled by the whole turn of events,
Except for the next guy in line.
except notably the guy from IT, who was just happy to get laid. So, but our main story today takes us back to familiar territory and the return of that occasional drinking news feature, What Not to Do. According to police reports, one afternoon last week, deputies reported to Spring Lake Market, where one Richard Smith, a 39-year-old Florida man, had allegedly stolen multiple items, including alcoholic beverages.
Alcoholic beverages.
Following his initial crime, authorities say the Florida man climbed into his black minivan and began, because of course he did,
Why, it's gotta
and
be
began
black.
erratically driving circles around the store, but then sped off when law enforcement arrived. He then led police on a miles-long chase, which ended in the parking lot of a business at Sebring Airport. But the uniquely Florida part of this story is that, according to the cops, the Florida man allegedly held out a can of Kettle One vodka spritz out of his vehicle's window as he drove by a deputy that was trying to get him to pull over. "I was just going to give you a drink. That's it," Smith said to the deputy as he passed him, according to authorities and body cam video footage.
Nice.
Soon after,
Sharing
deputies
is
said
caring.
A deputy will get thirsty.
Deputy said after that, Smith tried to ram two of their patrol vehicles, but ultimately had his tires flattened by law enforcement spike stripes. Following the crash and a smoke break, Smith wound up being tased and ultimately arrested. You got to love that. He crashes the car, he takes a smoke break, and then he gets tased.
And then he gets taken.
While he was being
Like
handcuffed,
really far ahead of him.
While being handcuffed, deputies said that Smith asked why he was being arrested and said to them, "You guys had fun though, right?" The Florida man faces charges of aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer, battery, resisting arrest, DUI, refusal to submit to a DUI test, and petite theft. He's being held on a $120,000.
Petite theft?
Very thorough.
Just a little bit of theft.
Just a
little bit of theft.
Of course, the what not to do lesson in this story is pretty clear. When you're being chased in your vehicle by cops trying to pull you over, offering them an alcoholic beverage to sip on while they enjoy the chase is probably not
That's
the
only
best
going to
idea.
slow you down so they can pop your tires.
In fairness, though, it may not be the worst idea. There are a number of things that could get you in more trouble with your arresting officers than offering them a vodka spritzer. And in keeping with our dubious tradition here on this feature, our crack staff of reporters, which is essentially me, we put together a list of those other things that are, by definition, what not to do. And we've compiled them for you in a handy, but otherwise completely unnecessary drinking news top 5 list. This would be the top 5 things that could get you in more trouble with a cop than offering him a vodka spritzer.
Does it mention that mystery drink you gave us earlier?
No, it doesn't. But the top 5 things that could get you in more trouble with a cop than offering him a vodka spritzer. Here we go, number 5, offering him a drink of Malort.
That goes right hand in hand with that first drink.
No, yeah. Number 4, saying, I love a man in uniform. Want to join me at Diddy's next freak off? Number 3, sorry if I was speeding, officer. I was just in a hurry to get back to your mom. Yeah. Number two, asking, do you guys have one of those drug test thingies? I think this meth that I bought isn't very pure. And the number 1 thing you can do to get in more trouble with the cop than offering him a vodka spritzer, number 1, proudly exclaim, officer, if I wasn't so drunk right now, I'd get out of this car and kick your ass.
Officers love that.
Reporting live from Florida, where I've also learned that cops don't particularly like it when you ask, is that a billy club in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? My name is Cruz, and that is your...
Drinking news, drinking news. That's our time for drinking news.
Cheers, y'all. All right, I think we still have time to sample our beer beverage, and you have 2 that kind of go together here.
Yes.
Is that right?
So this is a golden. This is a summer stout, which is based off of an English old ale.
Now, this is a very light-colored stout.
Summer stout.
Summer stout, okay. Golden stout. Kind of like a golden doodle.
Yeah, kind of like a golden doodle.
Okay.
It's a lighter colored beer meant to be
Hypoallergenic.
drank in the summer without, just nice and flavorful. You have coffee, you have chocolate in it, vanilla, lactose.
Okay. So
To give
this
it
is
nice
the first one. You're going to have us do an AB here on these, right?
Yes. Well, so that's Gen 1 that was the base for this recipe.
Okay, this is good. This has a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
pretty
flavor
nice.
to it.
There's a little chocolatiness to it.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, there's chocolate in it.
You know, you expect chocolate in the darker stouts, but this one seems like it's...
Take one down, pass it around.
Yeah.
golden stout, kind of like a golden doodle.
So you'll notice the color on this one is much the same.
Mm-hmm.
This has a secret ingredient.
They're almost identical in color,
Ingredient.
They are.
but a
because
secret
it's the
ingredient in the
same-
second one.
It's the same base. And here is our secret ingredient.
Chicatana ants?
Yes.
Okay, I haven't drank the second one now, and I don't know if I'm going to.
You told him too soon.
Are they? Yeah, you should have waited till I took a sip. Are they really ants?
They were.
Is that? Are you playing an
seen that
ant
live.
sound
It's
effect?
the closest thing to it. It says it's an ant sound effect. It's ants marching around. That was the.
Should have just played Dave Matthews.
I know. I really wanted to so bad. I just thought that would be better. Yeah, just the first note of that.
Well,
you brought the ants. That's the ants.
I don't see
No-
any ant. Do you see?
Well,
any ants in
I used all the ants, but no,
Give
there's
it a
That's like-
sniff.
Smell
Give
it.
it a sniff.
That's ant droppings, is what
Ant
that is.
droppings.
No, it's
no, it's not ant droppings.
not ant poop.
It's like little wings.
So smell for the aroma.
The ant aroma?
The ant aroma.
I didn't know ants had
Did
an
they take
aroma.
a shower today?
So this is a delicacy ant from Oaxaca, Mexico.
A delicacy ant, as opposed to those ants you find in your
that are,
backyard.
that are
Yeah.
you know, as opposed to fire ants, which
It's
are
not a Texas
undelicacy.
red ant.
These are a little spicy. You know.
All right, so
Not these guys.
I'm gonna. I've only had the first one. Now I'm gonna compare the ant version. Holy Paul Rudd, Batman.
Pretty good.
It goes back for more.
I can't believe I'm drinking liquid ants,
Yeah.
but this is quite
Liquid
good.
ants.
Dead ant.
Dead ant, dead ant, dead ant.
Okay, so
Dead ant. Dead ant.
so
What did the Pink
were you
Panthers say?
following a recipe? What made you go? You know what this beer needs?
So,
Here's lacking
ants.
something.
How the
like-
story goes was I was looking for a recipe for a mole stout 2 years
This had to
ago.
have something to do with a magic 8-ball.
Yeah.
And I rolled a magic
I
8-ball
use
around and I tripped across use ants. So I bought these ants from Mexico and I incorporated them into my first iteration of the beer, which was a cream ale. As I thought about it, I want something a little bit more malty, a little bit more easy on the palate.
It's way better.
Something will blend in better with these ants. And this is the beer that came out of that
The
idea.
look on Cruz's face when he said blend in better
Hey
with these
Siri,
ants.
what blends well with ants?
More ants.
Mole. Guacamole.
The answer I got was, "We've had a problem. Try again." I'm not kidding. That's what it says.
So, this beer is also on tap at For the Culture.
No kidding.
Wow.
Well, this is what we were kind of getting at the top of the show, that if you get the home brewing thing down, you can do some really creative stuff, including adding ants to your beer.
Yeah.
And
the aardvark loves this.
was it the
aardvark?
Well, yeah, wasn't that like a Pink Panther
Yes,
sidebar
it was. It was the.
cartoon?
It was the. There was the Pink
And
Panther, and they would play
the
that.
aardvark would say so. I don't know when.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I'm gonna eat
He
you.
had this really. I can't remember. Yes, exactly.
Is
He
that
said-
close?
Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
You know, they went. We already have, Sylvester the cat chasing Tweety Bird. What other thing could we have? It's like, how about an aardvark
An aardvark.
chasing ants?
Right?
It totally works. This is actually quite good. I don't know what to think about the ant thing. Like, again, was this a recipe or did you go? I want
This is me.
I want to add something unusual to this.
So, there's a brewery up in the Great White North.
Why's
Where
it gotta be white?
Shut up. Up near Canada, that they talked about this recipe that they do for beer with the ants, which is where I got the idea from, and I went, okay, I'm going down the rabbit hole. I bought the ants from this company out of California.
Were they dead or alive?
Dead ant.
Dead ant.
Yeah,
They're
They-
toasted
Best,
ants.
best kind of ants.
So
They were
they're
toasted.
Comal
Okay.
toasted in Oaxaca, Mexico.
So you got the idea from Canada and the ants from Mexico.
Now, the tin that you have there leads me to believe that some people might just open the tin and eat the tin of ants. Is that what
Yes.
they're for? Toasted
Apparently
ants?
that's
Yes,
the- the-
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in Oaxaca, they will
had to
eat
try,
these.
Had to try
Yeah.
some.
Oh,
like,
did you?
We had to try 'em. So
whatever.
in Oaxaca, Mexico, they will
Full of dead ants.
They will eat the ants as a snack. They will crush them up and throw them in beer or mezcal, or they will put them in guacamole or
I'm thinking on ice cream.
Guacamole's already bad enough.
Oh, come on. Guacamole is a gift from the gods. What are you talking
yes,
about?
it is.
Gross.
Or
Yeah.
they put it
I do
in
not
the
do it.
mole sauce that
Yeah, I
they'll
was going
make
to say
down there.
mole kind of makes some sense with the smokiness, right?
Yes. So, and what you get out of these is a little bit of a smokiness, the nuttiness comes off the ants. And a higher level of them, you'll get a pepper off of them.
It's a bit nutty.
It's a bit nutty.
Those ants are nutty.
There's so much I could say, but I'm not going to.
There's some other.
Yeah, there's other things that we could branch out into.
Say yeah.
But
Well,
last
listen,
time we did
one of
that,
the
we had
cool
a long
things is
segment. So
For the rest of your life, when someone goes, "Have you ever drank
Ant.
Ant.
The answer will now be
Yeah,
yes.
that raise your hand or drink
Yeah.
if you have to. Yeah, I'll forever. Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's going to be 10 more gallons of this at NovembeerFest.
Wow. And we wonder why craft brewing is slowing down. We're scaring people with ant brews. Yeah, but no, I got to say it's really good. I almost wish I'd tasted it before you told me about
Before
the
you
ants.
knew that's what it was.
Because I would have been like, wow, this is amazing. What did you do? And you'd have been, like a skit from Dieter on Saturday Night Live. You'd have been like, ants. Yeah.
Ants, I use ants.
All right.
Would you like to touch my monkey?
Touch him. Love him. Take a break. It's Smoking and Toasting. We will be right back.
See,
Nicely done. Nicely
learning
done.
the dramatic engagement.
That's right.
Dramatic engagement.
Gotta love it.
Practicing.
So we have one more beer that our homebrewers have bought us. And guys, thank you for celebrating NovembeerFest with us here on the show. But when you celebrate it with your CCSD club, you're going to be able to allow people to come in and try a lot of these homebrews, right? That's a pretty
Try
cool
all
thing.
of them.
Yeah, I love this. I love this idea just in general.
Now, are all of these that you're bringing today, are all of these available at NovembeerFest? Are these yours gonna be-
Absolutely.
Okay.
Every one of them. You can
Okay.
put this entire show in your mouth.
Amazing.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
sounds a little not like I wanted to, but okay, that's great.
Or you can do like I did earlier and just put your foot in your mouth. It works either way. You poured us one final beer. So what did you save for last on our very last segment of the show?
This is a cucumber goes.
Oh, wow.
You really smell the cucumber.
Now, I'm not a cucumber fan, but there are times, like certain things that I do like it in. But like if I get a salad with cucumbers in it, I'll pull the cucumbers out and give them to
I
my wife.
love the cucumber Gatorade.
Yes, the cucumber lime Gatorade is
It's so
amazing.
good.
Yes, throw a little vodka in it, it's even better.
It's a little
Wow.
cucumber. It's a little salty.
Yep.
This is cucumber and
This
a little
smells
salt.
though like super fresh cucumber. Like when you get the cucumber, you just
Yes.
wash it,
good.
and then you just peel off a couple stripes of the thing, but
Yes.
you don't go all the way. You
Yeah.
start cutting it up.
Yep.
That's exactly what happened. But it's about 9
It's a,
pounds
it's a,
of
it's a very
cucumbers total.
light,
Is it?
flavorful
Wow.
beer.
It's like
I
5.
could see women being fans of cucumber goes.
So again, I'm trying to offer
Misogyny
something a
much?
little bit lighter
This is
than a lot
delicious.
of these other guys,
Yeah.
like super heavy stuff and like refreshing because it's hot.
This is
you know,
outrageously good.
See, I
like
like,
that.
this, and if I liked cucumbers, I would love it.
and the kicker
know what I mean?
is,
Yeah.
weirdly enough, this is like of the ones that I brought, this has the highest ABV. It's like
Really, we'll say
wow.
it tastes
Hominin
almost
at a
like it would.
5.9.
Really, I would have guessed this at like 3.5 max.
I was gonna say most gozes are in the
This
3.5
is
range. Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah,
No, it's good.
Thank you.
It's really
Very good.
really well done. So this just goes to show you some of the huge variety that you can get into
Yes.
if you start to explore home brewing.
Yeah.
So
And
Yeah.
if you want to try it, go this weekend to NovembeerFest.
yeah,
proud of that
that's
one.
right. Go and check them out, and maybe it'll inspire you. Maybe
Yeah.
you'll get
Yeah,
started. and be-
October 8th, NovembeerFest at the Catty Corner.
November.
November 8th. You said
November
October.
Oh, sorry, November 8th. Sorry, I don't know why I said October and November. You guys make sense out of it. At the Catty Corner.
So if
Ice
you're
House.
listening to this
Yes.
show in Houston right now,
It's
that means
tomorrow.
it's tomorrow.
yeah,
Yes, exactly.
No,
No,
it's
no,
next
no, no,
week.
no, no, no.
It's the following weekend.
No, it's tomorrow for when the show airs.
Isn't it? Oh no, it's tomorrow from when the. Oh no, it's actually next weekend. You're right. It's coming up the next weekend because this airs on when the 1st and 2nd.
This airs on the
This
1st.
will air on the 31st. This is
No,
Halloween,
this,
right?
This airs on November 7th and the 8th.
Oh, okay.
So
Huh.
Oh, okay.
unless I'm wrong.
No, I think it airs. I think it airs before. I think you're
Okay.
right. I think
well,
it airs before.
I'm probably wrong. I've been drinking.
No, it airs
so-
on the 31st. The 7th
That's
will
Halloween.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
It's
be
Friday.
the week after.
Yeah, I got my weeks mixed up.
Same.
We didn't do an extra show.
That's
did we?
like all month, I've been like a week off.
Yeah.
It's like
Mm-hmm.
no,
And
no,
this
no,
whole
no, no. We
weekend-
got a little bit
No,
more
here
time.
we are.
We're
We're
good.
This
a
whole
week off.
weekend's going to be
for those-
Halloween weekend.
For those who don't know, we record the show obviously before a number of days before it airs.
Looking at the calendar, setting the record straight. This will be on Halloween. You guys will be invited to NovembeerFest the Saturday after
Yes.
this one,
We
which
would
will be the
love
8th.
to have
If you're
you.
in the greater
You
Houston area,
could be an honorary guest.
where should we go online to find out more information?
So Instagram at CCSD_HTX.
We have flyers. We'll
And then
Sure, we shall.
Facebook is CCSD Houston, I believe.
Well,
Yeah.
also Caddy Corner Ice House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just show up at Catty Corner Ice House on November 8th, and you are.
As
you're
far as I
in.
know, there's only one of those in Houston. So if you look
Yeah.
it up, it should take you. It's on Wakefield Drive.
And Alba.
Well,
Wakefield and Alba at the corner. Yeah.
all right, so guys, let me just ask you something a little more, philosophical here. With craft beer sales slowing down, with beer sales in general slowing down, and craft beer slowing down a bit as a part of that, although craft beer is certainly not slowing as fast as macro brews are. But with all that said, what's next for beer? Like, what's beer's next big thing? Does it become more of a niche thing over time, or do you see it kind of rebounding back and becoming, more? Because, like with cigars, for example, the cigar boom was like a big deal, and everybody was smoking cigars, and then it died down. But when it died down, the cigar industry remained a lot stronger than it had been before the boom.
So
I think it's just like about any other industry. You'll see some ebb and flow, and then you'll start. Right now we see the great drive for I want IPA. Everybody wants IPAs.
those IPA days are over.
IPAs,
Like,
and eventually
that's run its course.
that'll shift some, and it's going to drive some breweries out. It's going to bring some others in. I think it's going to be about innovation, about different flavors to draw people in. Interesting things like what I saw this past weekend with the Ant Beer at For the Culture. Of the 50, 60 people that were at the event, all but two, because we said the word ant.
Right. I would have been the third.
Yeah, you would.
But
But because you're a
would've
captive
tried it.
audience, we drug you in kicking
Right.
and screaming,
and it
you
was
went,
quite good. Yeah.
You went, oh wow, this is different. And
yeah.
I think people have to dare to explore flavors, reach into different cultures to find flavors to bring into beer.
I mean, look
to
at
create
there's
interest.
a little bit of a boom of rice lagers going on,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. I think
There's a weird pop.
the state of the industry is going to go towards being more local, and I mean that.
And being more innovative in a
Well,
local
I mean
sense.
that not even just like, okay, well, we have some local beers. I mean like neighborhood local. You're gonna have breweries
Like
that
under the
literally
radar.
just are in
Right.
their neighborhood.
This
and
is
maybe
my
have a few
neighborhood
bars.
brewery. This is where I go.
And
hang
then
out.
and then that's how they subside because they have the beers. People come to the brewery. They have food. They have, those kind of things. It's a cool place. Kids can hang out, and a lot of them have big yards and stuff. You can bring your dogs, or you can watch the games there on Sunday. I think that's going to be a large part of it. There will always be some breakouts that are going to get into the into the bigger stores and maybe even get bigger distribution. But I think the being more local is going to be the trend.
I love it. Guys, thank you for sharing your beers with us today. This has been, I even enjoyed the cucumber beer. That's how good all the beers were. So I dig it. Absolutely dig it. Thank you for coming on the show. You're always welcome as long as you bring beers. And we will be back with you guys again next week. Have a wonderful week of
Salute,
drinking
gentlemen.
and smoking. And cheers, y'all.
You're such a sweet